Recent reports indicate that Apple is also developing its own CMOS technology, and Chinese smartphone companies are also advancing in domestic CMOS development. Coupled with the decline in demand for memory chips, the Japanese chip industry may accelerate its decline. Japan did not anticipate that its full support for the United States would lead to such adverse consequences. Japan has been known for its compliance with the United States directives. Previously, the U.S. requested Japan to restrict the supply of chip equipment to China. In the first half of this year, Japan restricted the export of 23 types of chip equipment and materials to China, resulting in a sharp decline in Japan's chip equipment and materials exports. As a result, Japan's exports have been declining for 11 consecutive months. In terms of chips, Japan has always prioritized U.S. companies. Sony and Kioxia are among the few competitive chip companies left in Japan, and the CMOS and memory chips they produce are primarily supplied to U.S. companies like Apple. All of this indicates that Japan has been excessively reliant on the United States. Japan's compliance with the United States, however, did not result in the expected reciprocation from U.S. companies, which hardly consider the interests of Japanese enterprises. Japan's lithography industry, once the global leader, was overshadowed by the support given to ASML by the United States, leading to a rapid decline in Japan's lithography industry. Currently, Japan's share of the global lithography market is less than 40%. Before the 1990s, Japan's chip industry accounted for as much as 50% of the global market share. The Japanese chip industry even boasted that without Japanese chips, the United States wouldn't be able to produce radios. However, subsequent U.S. suppression of Japanese chips caused Japan's global market share to rapidly decline to 10%. Today, Japan's remaining chip industry is also being abandoned by both China and the United States. Sony is the world's largest CMOS chip company, and for many years, Sony supplied the most advanced CMOS chips to Apple, establishing Apple's leading edge in smartphone camera technology. However, Apple's move to develop its own CMOS chips means that abandoning Sony was only a matter of time. China is the largest export market for Japanese chips. However, China has developed domestic storage chips to replace Japanese companies like Kioxia. In 2022, China even successfully developed the world's most advanced 232-layer NAND flash memory chip, driving down global memory chip prices. This has resulted in a sharp decline in revenue and profits for Japanese companies like Kioxia. It can be expected that China's abandonment of Japanese storage chips is inevitable. Sony has been supplying slightly outdated CMOS chips to Chinese smartphone companies, not only technologically inferior but also more expensive, which has frustrated Chinese smartphone manufacturers. A few years ago, China's Wingtech Technology acquired TowerJazz, one of the top 3 CMOS chip companies. Recently, Wingtech successfully developed high-end CMOS chips through its own research and development, which have been adopted by Chinese smartphone manufacturers. This has significantly reduced their purchases of Sony's CMOS chips, making it only a matter of time before they abandon Sony's CMOS chips. Lastly, Japan's restrictions on exporting chip equipment and materials to China have backfired. China has successfully mass-produced domestically developed 5G chips, demonstrating a major breakthrough in China's chip industry chain. Furthermore, ASML, which already had a technological advantage, obtained permission to export its more advanced 2000i lithography machines to China. This further undermines Japan's already technologically inferior chip equipment and materials industry. It can be said that Japan's chip industry has suffered significant losses in this chip competition. By blindly following the United States, Japan has not received the expected returns from the US, as American companies are accelerating their abandonment of Japanese chips. On the other hand, Japan has also offended Chinese enterprises. With China's increasing technological capabilities, the demand for outdated Japanese chip equipment and materials is decreasing. The Japanese chip industry is likely regretting its choices and losses from both sides now. As is well known, in recent years, the United States has been restricting the development of Chinese technology companies in the semiconductor field. President Biden not only modified the chip ban, but also signed a trilateral agreement with Japan and the Netherlands. This agreement imposes strict restrictions on the export of equipment such as lithography machines. Although Japan and the Netherlands have actively responded and issued rules regarding restricted shipments, the specific implementation time, standards, and outcomes are different. Japan and the Netherlands have also demonstrated different attitudes and actions in implementing these restrictions. While the Netherlands has restricted the shipment of advanced lithography equipment from ASML, ASML has obtained temporary shipment permits and can continue shipments until the end of the year. On the other hand, Japan has been unable to freely ship such equipment since July, which has had a significant impact on Japan's major lithography equipment giants, Canon and Nikon. In fact, although the shipment volume of immersion DUV in Japan is not significant, Nikon, a Japanese company, won a procurement order for an immersion DUV device from Shanghai Tower Semiconductor in February this year. If they cannot deliver successfully, the losses would be enormous. Furthermore, due to the restricted shipment of lithography equipment, Nikon expects a 22% year-on-year decrease in net profit for the fiscal year 2023. Now, seeing ASML continuing to seize opportunities for shipments, Nikon has also started to change its stance. Faced with this situation, Nikon has decided to shift its strategy in the lithography machine business. The company plans to launch a new lithography machine product, NSR 2205i, in 2024, aiming to explore the mainland China lithography machine market against the trend. It's worth noting that Nikon has not updated its lithography equipment products for a long time, and this time, they will adopt new technology characterized by high precision and efficiency, capable of meeting the upgrading chip manufacturing demands in the mainland market. Foreign media also stated, Japanese lithography machine suddenly changes its face. Regarding Nikon's move, foreign media outlets have reported that it is an important layout in the Chinese mainland market for the company. In recent years, the semiconductor industry in mainland China has made significant progress, becoming one of the world's largest semiconductor markets. Therefore, Nikon is turning its attention to the Chinese mainland market, hoping to explore new business areas by launching new products. Despite the restrictions imposed by the United States on China's technological development, Japanese companies still hope to maintain a certain market share in the Chinese mainland market. Hence, Canon is considering readjusting its product line to accommodate the demands of the Chinese mainland market. As domestic Chinese companies continue to develop and grow, the demand for imported lithography machines in China may gradually decrease. Therefore, for Japanese companies to avoid losing the mainland market and to compete with ASML for a share of the lithography machine market, they need to closely monitor the changes and development trends in the Chinese market in order to adjust their business strategies in a timely manner. In conclusion, despite the various measures taken by the United States to restrict the development of mainland China in the semiconductor field, Japanese companies still hope to maintain a certain market share in the Chinese mainland market. It is necessary for them to adapt to the changing demands and development trends in the Chinese mainland market by launching new products and readjusting their product lines. However, Japanese companies also need to cautiously address various risks and challenges in order to maintain their competitiveness in the global semiconductor market. Similarly, Chinese companies need to accelerate their pace of independent research and development in order to not be constrained by others. Only by mastering core technologies ourselves can domestic technology companies achieve long-term success. Thank you for watching our video. After watching the video, how do you think about the development of chips in the world? You can put your opinions and ideas in the comments below. We will keep on uploading new videos. So your subscribe and likes will encourage us to create new videos.